guys. How are you? It's a late night. I was I don't even know. Like I came on here. It's a late night. Like I cannot sleep. I have insomnia right now. I didn't even have any coffee. But I wanted to come on here and I don't even know. Like I wanted to come on here because I'm I'm grieving right now and it is hard. It's hard right now. It's hard. And I think I've cried more for the woman, the girl that I was, more than I've cried for me, more than I've cried for the things that I've been going through in this season of my life in the last yeah, in this season. This has been a hard season for me, but I think it's been harder for me. It's been way harder for me before. Um, the reason I wanted to come on here is because like no one ever talks about well, I don't really see a lot of people talk about the the end of an era, the end of the end of yourself. And I started this conversation a couple of weeks ago, but I didn't know where it was going to go. And I see that I was brought to this point where it's going to go. And while things are changing, things are also dying. And not physical dying, but the life that I knew, the life that I had is literally no longer there. I am in the middle of a transitional period and I'm grieving myself. I'm grieving myself. Like, I found myself in the last couple of days, and I don't know, it's could be if other people are feeling this as well, but I found myself busting out in tears, crying out of nowhere, or just just grieving, just grieving the woman that I was and the woman that I'm no longer. And, if you are subscribed to my channel, then you know that, like, right now, I'm in the middle of a custody battle. I'm going through a lot of different things at this time. And I don't have my kids with me right now. And it's been hard. And I'm like, I go through my photos and I go through my pictures and I'm going through to look at my kids and to reminisce and to like see them. And so, because I'm not physically with them right now. And in those moments when I'm scrolling through my photos, I'm also seeing pictures of me. I'm also seeing pictures of the girl that I was, that I'm no longer. I don't even look the same. And it's so funny because literally for these past couple of months, I've been sitting down in front of my vanity, looking at my face, and I keep saying, Sierra, who are you? I keep asking myself, who are you? Who are you? You don't look, why? I don't look the same. I don't look the same. Why don't I look the same? And I don't look the same because I'm not the same. And people don't talk about this. Like, even older people, like, I don't hear a lot of people talk about how much that death is. And it's not even an ego death, it's a death of a whole decades. It's decades death. Like, it's who you were, and who you're no longer really. You are that person, but you're not in the way. And a lot of people, I don't hear a lot of people talk about that, and I find myself breaking down. And today I finally told her, like, I miss you, me. I miss you. How much I miss her. And I feel it's also like some parts of her are with me, but some parts of her can't come with me. And how much I just miss that feeling like her again. I don't even feeling like her, seeing who she is, remembering who she was in those moments, and now seeing who I am now. And I'm just, it's the grief. And in a way, I hate to say it, but I'm even grieving a little bit of who I was as a mother, you know? And I think that one hurts the most. And I know Mother's Day passed and everything, but I don't I don't really talk about it with I kind of like suppressed my feelings for Mother Day. It doesn't hit until the holiday comes. Like I didn't think I was gonna. I was like, you know what? I think I'll be okay this year, but it doesn't hit until the actual holiday comes, and you really start to see that, like, oh yeah, like like you know that you're a mother, but you you acknowledge it within yourself, um, but you're right now you don't feel like you are, and but yeah, like this grieving, it's been hitting me hard. And I know that there's a lot of astrological things going on right now. It's big shifts happening. It's an end to a lot of the planets that's been in certain signs and certain planetary alignments for the last decades, more, almost 2 decades, and we're shifting out of that. So the shift is happening, and it's just so crazy to me how much I didn't think that me saying that I am going to do something different in my life, just little changes like moving, like I moved out of New York, like I left my family, like just and things that I've been thinking and talking about for years has finally come. I didn't think how much it was going to affect me in this way, because you don't see people really talk about how much it affects them. People just up and do these big things and big moves, and you don't really know how it's going to turn out because you're chasing after a life that you want. You're going after what you want. You're going after your happiness, and I'm really seeing that, oh my god, like how much I needed this in between world to kind of like really like accept what's happening. The fact that I'm even present in what's happening, I am blessed, because usually I'm not present. I haven't been present for a while because I've been in survival mode. I've been in a survival mode since like 2021 till now, like literally, probably literally till now. Even after I moved, I still was in survival mode because it's all that I knew for years. So when you know something for years, that's what you're gonna keep going until you finally start to see that I can't continue on this way. And that's what's been happening to me. And that's why I talk about the liminal space so much and how much the liminal space affects is because the liminal space is uncertainty. It's in between. You don't know where you're walking into because you can just feel that you're no longer the person who you was before. And now you know that, okay, like I gotta keep moving forward. I gotta keep moving because a part of you, once you see, you can't go back. You can't go back. And it's so crazy because a couple, like literally just a month ago, I was like, okay, you know what? Like, I'm gonna go back home to my kids. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do this. And God is like, no, no, you can't. You have to continue to move forward. And I don't, and the reason why I wanted to go back was because I know how going back can look like. I know what going back looks like. So if I know it, because I have control over it. Who wants to walk into a room? I mean, excuse me, who wants to walk through a door that they don't know what's about to happen to them? I'd rather walk through a door that I know that, okay, I'm going to be safe here. And, but God is like, no, you can't do it. Like, literally, He has literally like cut me off from going back. So it's like you have to keep going forward. You have to be brave enough to move forward. You have to be brave enough to know that like you have to be have faith to know that like something good can come from walking away from the past. And I'm walking, I can feel it like, and I don't know if the rest of the world feels it because some people are experiencing this, but I can feel like I'm walking through the door and I don't know what's about to happen. And I'm scared of it because I'm also losing a part of me that is just, she knows. It's like she's the one that knows. She knows. She's always been she's always planned. She's always this, she's always that. And now it's to a point where it's like, oh, well, this girl, this new girl that the in between girl, the girl that I'm becoming, I don't even know who she is. It's like I'm meeting a stranger reflecting me. I'm the stranger on who I'm about to be. And I'm about to shake her hand and say, hi, how are you? Nice to meet you. And she's about to show me who are about to be. And it's scary. And um, I just find myself grieving a lot. I find myself bargaining. Like, I find myself wanting to, oh, like if wanting to bargain with her, wanting to bargain and say, well, if we do this, we can have her again. Maybe I've changed my hair. I've changed my hair. I've done my nails. I've done everything who she was. I've worked on her. And that's the part that's making her also kind of go away. Because when you start doing the inner work on yourself, you start to say goodbye to what no longer fits in your life. You start to say goodbye to the things that are no longer there for you. So I started to, the more and more I worked on myself, the more and more I addressed my shit, the more and more I continued to, okay, find my, like, continue, as the more I continue on the journey of inner work, the more a part of me dies because that's evolution, right? Like it's literally like the organism becoming the caveman, right? The cave woman. And as as time continues to go and I'm getting smarter, as I'm opening up my eyes, it's not even about being intelligent or anything that type of smart. It's more about what, for me, it's more about what smart just meant, like the evolution part. The more you learning, the more you're getting smarter about yourself, your spirituality, who you want to become, who you are. Like even just over just even a couple of days, I've done more things that is like, whoa, who is this girl? Like, where does she just get all of this? Where does she, who, like, like I've done more of those type of things in the last couple of days than I've probably did in the last years of my life. And I had to even check myself, like, is this who I'm turning into? Is this who I'm becoming? So, on this journey, if you're experiencing this journey, it's kind of like you gotta like kind of like um reflect, be present with yourself, but also reflect on that present moment. Reflect in that present moment, because I scared myself, because I'm like, I've never had these type of, I've thought about it every once in a while, but now it's like, okay, consistent progress on it. So who is this? Who am I becoming? And it's scary because I don't know. I can't put words to it. And it's weird because I want to put words to it, but I can't. And as I keep walking towards this person that I don't know, I'm leaving who I was in the background. I keep losing her. And it's like, damn, I'm trying to hold on so tight. You're trying to hold on so tight because it's like she's a part of you. And some of her can come with you, but not all. And I'm holding on so tight, but I'm also trying to let go in the moment, because I know that evolution is good, right? Like, evolving is good. Spiritually evolving is great. it's it's going to bring so much growth. It's going to bring new memories, new happiness, things that you've never done before. You're going to have that time to do. You're going to be able to do that. You're going to be able to have that. And that's where I'm at right now. And I'm starting to see, and I know, like, right now, and I talked about it on my last episode in my podcast about the song. Even, oh, and you know what else I watched today? I watched the Hannah Montana 20th anniversary. And if you've watched it, at the end, Miley Cyrus, she she sings about her younger self. And she sings about, hey, are you still, she talks about, like, are you still praying at night? Are you still, call your mom, call you, like, she's telling herself, like, because now she's grown, right? She's grown up. And it's other songs that discuss about the old you that you no longer are. And it's it's not I don't want to say an ego death, but it's an ego death. It's a death of self. And Carl Jung, and if you know, like, all of the theorists and psychoanalysts that have studied these things in the past, they talk about this a lot, about the death of yourself, and about the death of the person that you can no longer be, because you're evolving, your mind is growing. And that is where right now we are in the world. A lot of us are feeling like this, and it's scary. and nobody's it's very scary. It is. And when you're doing it, and I, like, I'm doing it alone. I can't lie. I'm doing it alone. I don't talk about this with a lot of people. I'm talking about it with you guys, but I don't talk about this with people. But I will recommend that if you are experiencing this, that you find support where you can. Um, find support, because I'm not gonna lie to you, I wish I have support right now. I do, because I'm experiencing something that is it's hard at the same time, like, find a therapist, and I'm a therapist, and I should don't be like a bad, I'm not a bad therapist, but like I should be finding a therapist to work through this stuff with. Um, but right now I am going through a big life change and I can't do that right now. But I do recommend that you find a trusted support if you are experiencing this type of death, with identity death, is what I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna find a different name for it because I want to study this more, especially being, a therapist and stuff like that. Like, um, but this is also the first time that I am experiencing this in this way. So, um, I'm learning this part as I go. I don't really have a mentor for me, someone to mentor me through this, because other people have gone through other people have gone through this part of their lives already. And yeah, like, I did not think that me making life changes and life just deciding to move forward, or just deciding to choose differently, was going to cause this much disruption within my spirit. And it's not bad disruption. And I talk about that word because that word sounds very ugly. It sounds very cringy, but it's not. Disruption is not always a bad thing. When you disrupt, it means that you're trying to change. A disruptor is change. Jesus was a disruptor because what did he try to do? He tried to get people to see the message of God. He tried to get people to see something that they didn't want to see, and they ridiculed him for it. Disruptors are needed in this world because they're the ones that are going to bring about change. So, and it can be very different disruptors. It's disruptors in every aspect of lives, throughout our lives. And sometimes we're a disruptor. I'm a disruptor. And maybe you're a disruptor. If this message resonates, then you are a disruptor too, because you're saying that this is not sustainable. Something has to change. So I am going to take the steps to change. And change is the only constant. Whether you're like it or not, you are going to change no matter what. It's going to happen, it's inevitable. And you may not sometimes even notice that it's happening to you. It can happen very subtly underneath, and you not notice. And it can also happen, like for me, it's not happening subtly. This is really like boom in my face, you know? And some people, sometimes it happens subtly, but this one is happening boom in my face. And it's hard. I'm telling you, it's hard. And I'm looking at, like, And I talk about Job a lot. I talk about Job because Job life was disrupted on purpose. And I've lost a lot of things over the last year and a half. You know, I'm not saying that I completely lost my kids because we're still in the middle of all of that, but a part of me has, like I said, been grieving that loss of not having like my children, you know, not having my boys and not having my the like not having it's been problems in certain relationships. It's been problems in certain things. And listening to Miley Cyrus' song, when I'm listening to it, and you know, like I don't have, and I try not to complain because I'm trying not to I'm not complaining, but it made me think about people who are like foster kids and orphans and you know like they don't have their parents and things like that. And I had thought about that yesterday on my way coming back. I was on a drive, I went on a little drive to just get some air. And I said, right now, even though I'm older, even as an adult, you still need your parents, right? Like because parents you just and we look at as children, and we're all children, whether we're in our 70s, whether we're in our 60s, whether we're 5, whether we're 70, whether we're 100, we're all children. And we each look to our parents for guidance because that is who we know to go to for when we're in trouble, right? Right? When you fall on the floor and you scratch your knee, who do you go to for a band aid? You go to your parents. And I was really looking at my life and I was looking at, like, okay, well, my dad didn't show up. My dad was never in my life. My mom was in my life, but we don't have the best relationship. She also like blamed me for a lot of things that happened in her life. So I'm a burden to her. She resents me. And then she has my stepfather who almost tried to kill me. And all you want to do is just be able to like say to your parents like I can like I can really I need you. And in my car I was like I had to stop my car because I said I can't even like call my mom, I can't call my dad, I can't and say that how much like friction is going on. And they wouldn't even understand because they're not spiritually on the journey like I am. And maybe my mom did go through this, and she probably, you know, she comes from a generation where they just, you know, they just brush it off. You got to keep going. And that's literally how I was raised. I was raised to just brush it off and continue. So so now as an adult, I can't brush it off anymore. That's not the healthy way to deal with yourself. You can't just brush things off anymore. You have to address the shit. And so now I'm addressing the shit, right? I'm addressing it and I'm addressing her and the younger me and who I was. And I'm having to be the parent. I'm having to be the daughter that she needs. I'm having to be the sister that I need. I'm having to be the friend that I need. All of this to myself. And, you know, it just made me think about like kids who kids who wasn't raised with their parents, and how much, and this is how I this is what made me feel strong too, is Sierra, because I'm a social worker, and I've child welfare is a specialty that I've always worked with children. So I've seen children who literally are raised by their grandparents, raised by their aunts, raised by their distant family members, raised by their step like sisters. They're not even raised by like they're raised by like their siblings. And I said, Sierra, okay, think of yourself as an orphan. If you are an orphan, what would an orphan do in this moment? And I said, this is their comeback story. This is where their lives change and they become that person. They become that girl. They become that boy that God gave them. They went through all of these challenges. They separated. They went through all of these different things. And this is the part in the movie where you come back, right? You see it in the movie all the time. The hero gets knocked down. He's down. He doesn't know how to get up. But this is the comeback, right? Every hero in their movie, right, knows how to they get back up. Something happens and they get back up and they start to, and I told myself, okay, Sierra, you gotta get back up. This is your comeback, right? You gotta get up and keep moving forward. Because even just today, I told myself, I don't want to do this no more. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I told God, I'm done. I'm done. Like, I don't want to do this. I'm tired. I'm tired. After that, maybe like an hour or two later, ah, a part of me, the new me, sneaks in. And you know what she does? She gets to work. She starts, and I don't even, she just takes over. The old me is tired. The old me is worn out. The old me is like, I don't want to do this anymore. But the new me takes over at some point and says, no, I got you. I'm going to pick up your pieces because this is our comeback. This is where we flourish. This is the part in our story where we take our hits, our losses, and we come back. We do something different. We move forward. We go, you know? And I don't know how it's gonna turn out. I can't see. And I'm in the doorway and I'm scared to walk through it fully, but I'm gonna go. And it's scary because honestly, like, and I know I'm talking about my kids, but a part of me is scared, like, about my kids. A part of me is scared about my future. A part of me is scared. And I'm like, but I gotta keep moving forward. I gotta keep moving forward. I gotta keep moving forward. Because if it gotta be something on the other side that is better than what I've been experiencing and what I'm experiencing now. And it's been really hard. And I'm not even gonna lie to you, I'm surprised I'm even doing this because I don't usually do this, you know? Like, I mean, I've cried on here sometimes, like multiple times. And if you're a subscriber, then you really know my journey. Like, if you've been with me for a long time, then you really know my journey. But I don't even know. Like, walking through this door, it's frightening. It's scary. I'm scared. Like, I don't know what's coming. I don't know what else I can lose. I mean, I've kind of lost a little bit of everything. So I be asking God, like, I mean, what else is there? What else is there for you to take? You know, what else is there? Like, and it's just like, but I'm trying to remember what is every hero in every movie, in every story, they get knocked down, whether it be Spider-Man, whether it be Captain America, whether it be Flash, whether it be um whether it be Jessica Jones, who no matter what do? They get back up and they walk through it anyway, and they do it anyway, and they continue on the road anyway. And that's what I'm gonna do no matter what. But also, a part of me is so tired, it's and scared to keep going. And this death has been hard. And but it's also needed in the process to get you to the destination that you're meant to be. And in a year, it'll be looking something completely different. She would have be already integrated, right? She would be already integrated within that time. And it's just scary, like, and overwhelming. And I'm looking at her and I recognize her, but I can't recognize me. And it's the weirdest thing. Like, I can recognize her like I know that girl. I know that feeling. I know how she felt that day. I know how much she laughed that day. I know how much she cried that day. I know how much she kissed her children that day. I know. But this girl, she doesn't she doesn't know if she is ever going to be able to kiss her children again, if she ever going to be able to feel joy like that again, laugh as many times as she did. But I also remember it's constant. She may not know when it's going to happen, but it will happen. It's all about just the timing of it. Because it's constant. Change is constant. Something has to change. The balance has to scale out. I mean, has to balance out. I mean, the balance. The scale has to balance out at some point. The equilibrium has to get back. You can't suffer in pain forever unless you choose to. And what I'm noticing about integration is if you do choose integration over familiarity, I do see that you are, your joy comes back. You learn how to have joy and get through the pain. You're not only just suffering, you're not only just in pain, you're not only just experiencing heartache and heartbreak and grief and loss and shame and guilt, and you're not only experiencing those things, but you also are experiencing the joy of what life brings in the little things. In the little things. Some of the little things that I admire so much is going on walks, being able to, I have a neighbor who I've gotten really close with, and spending time with them and just laughing and being able to just laugh again, being able to like have that moment of just breathe a little bit lighter, to feel a little bit lighter, to experience those things again. They come, but you also have to choose. I choose it, and I notice that with this type of experience, you have to choose it. You have to choose the joy. You have to choose the small things that happens that can bring you a smile on your face, you know? There's been times when, especially like I won't lie to you guys, like, so I haven't like, and I haven't told anybody this, but so I have like kind of been like, I haven't really been eating and things like that, and I haven't been able to like afford food and stuff like that, and my neighbor, she's been helping me out a lot with those type of things, and like um those small, like she got me a Starbucks drink on yesterday, and just having that was like so, that brought me joy. And she was like, just so you can have a little bit of comfort, because I know you haven't had a comfort in a while, you know, and just to have that experience, and just to have that, and like all I wanted to, I told her like, let's just stop and get an ice water, because oh my god, like the I'm in Florida, and if right now our summer is already start, our summer starts literally like the end of April, like, and it's a nasty summer, like it's nasty because it's very humid down here, and I got it. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna last down here. I don't want to be here for next. I told myself I didn't want to be here this summer, and I don't want to be here for next summer at all, because of, I don't like the heat. I don't like it down here over the summer. I don't like it at all. Um, but I've been grateful for just having, just to be able to like have that moment, like, you know, she fed me a couple of times, like, you know, like she gave me fruits and stuff to make smoothies and things like that, like, you know, just those. And for her, she thinks it's small, but for me they're huge, like it's huge for me. In a huge way, I appreciate like what, you know, what you're doing for me, because right now I can't afford it. Right now, like I can't do it. So to be able to have that, it means the world to me. And having, and also being in this space, being in this liminal space has been, it's it's transformative, but it's scary. And a lot of people turn back in this space because of how scary it is, because they, and even me, I wanted to turn back, but God, it's like no. And if I turn back when I'm so, you don't know how close you are. You ever seen those pictures of people, like the meme that of the man digging, and he gets so close to the gold, he starts to turn back instead of continuing to go forward. That's kind of how I feel, because I don't know where this is going to lead to me, but I'm going to continue to move forward. No matter, I'm being hit in all directions. But what can you do? You got to choose the red pill or the blue pill. And I'm getting out of this matrix. And I'm choosing the red pill. I think that's the pill, right? Is that the pill? I think that's the pill that he's supposed to choose to get out the matrix. But it's scary. I'm not gonna lie, it's fucking scary. It's death. It's grief. It's a lot of grief. All seven stages. Bargaining, denial. At first I denied it. Sometimes I still deny it. I go back with myself and deny it. What is it? Bargaining, grief, denial, guilt, all of that you're feeling. And you wanna and it's like a part of you wants to gain control so bad. It's like if I just do this, I can get back the control. I can control it again. If I just do this, I can control this. If I can just and it's like but you're wearing yourself out at the same time. You can't do that. You can't some things are meant to be left up through faith, especially when you see things are not working out. You just got to leave it up to faith. You just got to leave it up to God. You just got to put down the the weight. You got to just put down the weight and say that's that's all that I can do today. That's all that I can do today. Just like how you show up for yourself. And I talk about that a lot. You got to show up for yourself. Small steps, small steps, just showing up for yourself. Just so you know and yourself knows that, okay, we're one step closer. One of the, somebody, I watch another, he's a therapist as well. He's actually a psychologist. And I watch his videos and he talks about a lot about what I'm talking about as well. He talked about the empath and the narcissist and the liminal space and the spiritual growth and what this can do for you and how this can. And he says in one of his videos, he says, "You are better than you were yesterday. Today's a new day, and you are better than you were yesterday. So tomorrow, when whoever is experiencing this, me included, when we wake up tomorrow, it's going to be better. And when we wake up the next day, it's going to be better." And what does Leona Lewis, if you ever heard her say, "It'll all get better with time"? It all gets better with time. And I can for sure say that because there has been things that has mended because of time. And it all gets better with time. And as you wake up each and every day, grateful enough to wake your eyes up, to be able to enjoy the day, to be able to live, to have your heart pumping just one more day where you can change one more thing in your life to just get you to that happiness that you want or to that fulfillment that you want. It takes you feel better. You get better. That's what I really wanted to come on here and say is just, and talk about it. The death that's happening. The death. It's heavy, but it's also making you lighter. So with the grief comes heartbreak, comes tears, come overwhelming. And I just let it come. And I thank you guys for letting me shed my tears with you on here because they have to come in order get to breathe after. And sometimes it's so overwhelming and it's a lot. It's a lot. But one step closer, you're getting so much better. One step closer. Tomorrow is going to be better. Right now, It is already better because time is what is it? I forgot the name. Not of the essence, but basically like it whatever it's supposed like better is always gonna come. There's always gonna be better. On a different timeline, literally on Earth 353, you are already living your best life. We just have to get there. And not saying that we have to literally get to Earth 353, but we have to get to that timeline that Earth 353 is on. We're in a Flash episode. We're in a Flash episode. I'm telling you, Stan Lee, he got it right the first time. He got it right. Him and Kirby, I forgot his name. Is it Mark Kirby? His partner. They got it right. They knew what they were talking about in their comic books about quantums and different Earths and timelines, and they studied Jung. They started. They studied Carl Jung. They studied all of those theorists, all of those quantum neuroscience. They studied them because that's where it comes from. They studied Aristotle and what's the other one? Why do I want to say Machiavelli? Machiavelli, they studied them because they're the ones that came up with Da Vinci. And then basically they took those theories and put them into their comic books. And there you go. Superheroes who now are showing you life lessons through neuroscience and uh, um, psychoanalytics and biology and quantum physics and all of these different things. Like, it comes from the greats who came before us. They showed it to us our whole lives. And it's all about locking in and really seeing what it is for what it is. Da Vinci, Machiavelli, all of them. What's the other one? It's another one that did something and I forgot his name. I think he created the watch or something like that. He created time or something like that with the watch or something. I forgot his name. He was in the Indiana Jones movie though. Obviously, you could see that I love these type of things. So, but that's what I wanted to come on here and say. And if you're experiencing this, I'm right with you. Mm, I am right with you. I know how hard it is. I know where you're at. But we're going to get through this. We're going to get through this. There's something better on the other side for us. And let's walk through that door. We might not be able to see, but remember that God is leading us. Ooh, what's that song? Lead me on. I may not know where I'm going, but I know that you'll lead me there. Oh, Chandler Moore. I haven't heard that song in a while. I think that's what I'm going to listen to right before I go to bed. I think that she can definitely, that my spirit can use a little bit of that to remember that I'm being led to somewhere better, somewhere greater, somewhere that can sustain who I am becoming. And you can be led there too. So let's walk through the door. My name is Sierra. I am the owner of Salem Wellness Portal. It is a holistic realm where we talk about inner healing, self discovery, and self transformation. If you are experiencing anything that is familiar to what I just described and what I'm experiencing, and you're scared and you don't know, or you don't have the support, or you don't know how to start on this journey, I made a guidebook specifically for people like me, like you, who are experiencing these things. And you can find it in the description box in the link below. I mean, not in the link below, excuse me, in the link in my bio, excuse me. And you can download the guidebook. Right now, it is temporarily free online. And I made it free because people need help getting through this moment. A lot of us don't have the support, or a lot of us feel like we're burdened and we don't want to burden somebody else. We don't want to bother anybody, with our problems. Everyone, listen, the world right now is effed up. There's more evil than it is good. So I made it free for people like me, for people like you who are experiencing what I just explained, the uncertainty, the unknown, feeling stuck, not knowing where to really go, not knowing how to find the answers. I made a guidebook for that, and you can find the link in the description and you can download it. And I hope it helps. Let me know if it helps you, because I know exactly. I use it to get through this every day, journaling, reflecting, to help me get through what I'm going through. Thank you guys so much. I know it's late night. It's probably morning for some of you where you are. But I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, the rest of the week. Remember that it's getting better each day. So let's cry, let's let it out, but we got to keep choosing to move forward. We have to. Some of us are going through physical issues. Some of us are going through mental. Some of us are going through spiritual. Some of us are going through financial. Some of us are going through all of it. Most of us are going through all of it, because I know I am. Most of us are going through all of it. And in the world that I see, the way that I see things out here, especially because a lot of people are using these platforms to speak their truth and to tell their stories, they're the real ones. They're the ones that are really going through all of it. They're not sugarcoating. They're showing you the real, the raw. And that right there, those are the ones that's about to win. I'll see you guys in the next one, and I thank you so much. And I'll see you guys later. Bye. Mwah.